Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Fifth Road Tarot. I am here to give you your weekly reading for the week of April 19th. I hope you all are having, just enjoying time with your family, time with loved ones, and finding ways of keeping balance and um, peacefulness and joy in your life so that you can enjoy more of um, more of your time with your loved ones. So let's take a minute. Just gonna do a quick breathing meditation. If you can, if you can join in, and you're in a place where you're not driving or um, you know have to use your eyes. Um, I want you to place your hands over your heart. Just breathe normally. Feel feel your heartbeat. Feel feel the rhythm. Just for a few breaths. Just feel your heartbeat going into your hands. Breathe normally. And on the next breath, I want you to inhale through your nose deeply, expanding into your belly so that you're filling up all of your chakras, all the way down to the very bottom of your stomach with air. So let's do that. Let's breathe in up to the count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and feel your belly expand. Hold it. And then exhale through your mouth. All right, let's do that 2 more times. Breathe in through your nostrils, filling up your belly. And then breathe out. And feel all that air from your belly upward. Just push out. 1 more time. Feel all that last little bit of air coming out of your body. Now place your hands back on your heart again and get back into that regular breathing rhythm. And feel your heartbeat again. Just start finding the calm of that beat. Okay, when you're ready, I don't know if I said close your eyes, but open your eyes. And yeah, I hope that was helpful. Breathing meditations are very good for calming, finding center and getting to a space where you can concentrate on the task at hand. And so I needed to concentrate. Actually, I need a drink of water as well. So give me 1 second. Sorry, I had to get my water bottle, get a little bit of water. Okay. Thank you so much for your patience. And I think that's something that we've all been exercising a lot of lately is patience. And yeah, I think it's really good. We're going into Taurus season, and it's I've been getting messages about looking at where my abundance comes from. Is it in alignment with the earth? And maybe focusing on how to get that abundance in alignment with earth energies. Excuse me. So, in addition to that, I've also been feeling as if, um, questioning, not so much questioning, but finding an understanding because Taurus is a Venus. Um, Taurus is ruled by Venus. So that's all about sensualities, intimacy, connection, on top of material goods, jobs, fancy items, things like that. So, food, art, creation. It's just, I love Venus. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Interesting. I'm kind of feeling the Wild Unknown deck today again. I think I used it last week. So, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I call on the spirit of the air, the spirit of the earth, the spirit of fire, and the spirit of water. And I also call on the fifth spirit, the spirit of nature that combines us all, the spirit of passion, the spirit of enjoyment, engagement, service, nature, everything that creates us. Okay, all right, so let's go ahead and get started, Spirit. Thank you. Spirit, can I have some cards for today's reading for the collective for the week of April 19th? Spirit, can I get some cards for the reading for the general collective? Ooh, wow, that fell out. Okay. Wow, a lot of cups here. Spirit, can I get cards? Oh, that's too many. That's too many. Oh, God. Spirit, can I have a card for the collective? Okay, I'm going to go through this again. Spirit, can I get a card for the collective for reading for the week of? And we've got 2 cards. Spirit, can I get some cards for the collective for the week of April 19th, 2020? Can I get some cards for the general collective for the week of April 19th, 2020? All right. Thank you so much, Spirit. Set those to the side. Let's see. Okay. Trying to figure out what order should I take these in. The Chariot. I'm just going to do it as a group of 3 on its own. Okay. So let's go ahead. We have the Son of Cups. We have the Daughter of Cups. And as a trio, we have the 9 of Pentacles. We have the 10 of Swords. And we have the Chariot card. Excuse me. Sorry. I did a reading yesterday and I burned some incense and it is still lingering in the air here and causing my throat to dry out a little bit. So I'm going to take another drink before I start. Thank you for your patience. Okay. So first up we have, you know what? Let me do a quick overall because it looks like we're looking at not only emotions but with our spirit this week, our spiritual energy. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about the Son of Cups. So the Son of Cups and the Daughter of Cups came out. Son of Cups is the Knight of Cups. in tarot. And the Knight of Cups is someone who is romantic. Um, he is, and I say he because it's masculine portrayal here, but it's someone who is, if we're talking about a person, this is someone who is um, young, maybe in their 20s to 30s, and they're also very romantic, but it's quite possible that they're more in love with love than they are with relationships. So sometimes people that come in the form of the Son of Cups or the Knight of Cups are are often, they're kind of moving slowly, but they're not because they're knights. They don't stay for too long, but they're definitely very romantic, very charming, very, you know, very much into, the whole flowers and chocolates and things like that. Um, but when I look at, I actually do feel like this is a person in someone's life, which is very interesting because I don't think I've ever felt a person in a reading before. I mostly read for spirit. So, and if this is not a person in your life, this is the possibility of um, that coming into your life this week, of romance, of, roses, wine, chocolate, someone bringing you messages of love or messages, not messages, but yeah, someone who embodies the spirit of this knight in shining armor, essentially. This is someone that, yes, is going to come in with a lot of romance and a lot of charm, um, and it's probably going to make your week. So let's move on to the next card, and that is the daughter of Cups. So to me, this is not only in the Son of Cups we have, someone coming forward with romance, but also with the Daughter of Cups, this is a message of new relationship. This is a message because Daughter of Cups are pages. Daughters are pages in tarot. And oftentimes, what we get when we are looking at the Page of Cups is someone is coming forward with a message um, of either new relationship, new emotion, um, new new energy in that space of spirit and relationship. So you could be entering into a new relationship this week, some of you. If we look at this from a spiritual perspective, this might be that you are coming into new ideas about your spirituality, which is also something that is um, possible in this coming season of Taurus. Very interesting. I kind of like that idea. All right, so now we've got a trio. Let's see, I'm going to, okay, see if you can see that there. I'll put the other card here. So the first card we have is the, hold on, let me see if I can adjust that a little bit so you can see it better. Okay, so the first card we have here is the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is all about what we've built to this point. Um, Pentacles are about abundance. Pentacles are about our um, material wealth, our jobs, our money, that kind of thing. And then Pentacles are also about earth, so earth resources. And so it's possible that we are very abundant in our relationship to earth. We're very abundant in our material resources. Essentially, we are We are free. We are, we have access to resources that support us. Um, and we have a lot of abundance. But it looks like um, we are in a space of, when we look at this um, 10 of Swords, swords are about thoughts, our ideas, our ways of thinking. And what the combination of the two cards implies is that we're looking at how we have maybe um, maybe we have overused some of our resources. Maybe our thoughts about our resources or our abundance related to, our job or our work or something is changing. Our ideas toward how we work, how we spend our money, um, how we accumulate even our abundance. We are completely getting rid of some thoughts around that. Interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. I had this card come up the other day, and the first thing that came out of my head was killing your sacred cows. And a lot of times that talks about, when we say we're killing our sacred cows, we are basically taking our the ideas that we, held so high and in high self-esteem, like, basically the things that we lived our life off of, and we are putting it up um, putting it up for question. We're putting it up for question and for reevaluation. And that's exactly what's happening here. Um, Either we are, it's interesting. So we're either questioning our abundance or the way we receive our abundance or get our abundance, or our abundance is actually being held in question itself. And we are putting it up on kind of this, not so much a pedestal, but we're putting it up on display um, for sacrifice almost. We're willing to sacrifice um, some of our abundance and some of our thoughts about abundance in order to, and this is where the Chariot card comes in order to move ahead. If we look at the Chariot, this is a horse, what looks like under some sort of um, bright light or tunnel, or at least giving the illusion that it's, moving very quickly. Um, this is one, we can see one pentacle here on this Chariot card, and this is a major arcana card. So this could be kind of the overall of this reading. This is a major theme of this reading, is moving forward. Interesting. Oh, wow. So the Chariot card, so if we're looking at, actual, um, like the down to earth meaning, the Chariot card could just be maybe about like your transportation. Maybe you're looking at buying another car, so that you can, transport your family around. Um, oh, yes, yes, yeah. So this combination could also be that there's a new person coming into your life to love and care for, because Daughter of Cups can also indicate a new birth. So it could be that someone is preparing for, someone is maybe paring down and preparing for, someone is maybe paring down and preparing for maybe a new child, or something along those lines, because the Daughter of Cups indicates um, a birth, or a pregnancy. Um, but yeah, this could be about maybe buying a car. I don't know why I'm saying that. Oh, this is so weird because I am so used to reading for spirit and not so much for material stuff. But I guess I'm coming into Taurus season with my readings as well, where I'm looking at, okay, let's talk about, what's on Earth. versus what's in the spirit. Um, but I do kind of want to look at this spiritually as well, because if the Son of Cups and the Daughter of Cups is indicative of maybe you are birthing a new path for yourself, a new career, or a new spirituality that makes you kind of question your abundance and that kind of thing. Like, yeah. Um, you are very likely moving forward into a success of actually taking all this into consideration, because it's okay once in a while to look at what we've held so dear and the path that we have followed and said, you know what, maybe this is up for a change. Maybe I can get rid of a way of thinking toward my abundance and move to something, that even, I mean, if you can see, the only thing that this horse has, um, you know, tying it down is this chain around its neck. There's no bridle, there's no saddle. This is moving independently and autonomously towards success. And this is a great reading. Even though it looks like here this is something being completely done, and it's not like the best visually, but it gives us a message of, we are putting our sacred cows up for um, review. And once we kill our sacred cows, we are able to embrace new ways of thinking and new ways of moving forward into the abundance that is right for us, which is the one pentacle. And if we think about the Ace of Pentacles, which I believe this pentacle around the chariot's neck would represent, this is about a new beginning in how we think about abundance. And so those two are tied together. And if we look at, it's funny, if we review the current pentacles that we have, right? The current abundance that we have, if we find, gratitude in how we've done it, and then we take the time and we're like, you know what? Let me put it on display. Am I doing this right? Am I gaining my money right? Am I doing my job right? Is there something else that I can do? Is there something else that I can bring forward um, in relationship to the cups here, this spiritual energy, or this, if I'm giving birth to a new path or a new idea, um, I can consider it, and not only that, I can add to my own idea of abundance here, my own extra abundance, making this 10 pentacles, which is riches, which is, having the material, the way that you see material success or success playing out for you. This is what the cards say. This is what the cards are saying. That if you go through this review process, you will add that extra pentacle. And in the Rider Waite tarot, um, 10 of Pentacles is, happy family, being able to buy enough food, shelter, clothing, everyone is taken care of, that kind of thing. And it's almost, yeah, it's really looking at how this is definitely indicative of a new relationship, of a new romance, and how even joining together, right, after reviewing how you are, and how, again, this is, I just see this moving forward into this newness of relationship. And it could be a relationship with self, but definitely there's a newness here being birthed. Wow. Okay, I'm going to look at the bottom of the deck, and what we have is the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles is all about, not only is it about balance, like some things balancing out, but it's also about how are we being fruitful? How are we serving others with our excess. And that could be part of this review is, you know, someone is saying, maybe it's time for me to look at that career that I've always been looking at. Maybe it's time to follow my spirit, follow my spiritual calling, or follow, this new romance or new relationship that's coming because it will give me everything that I've been looking for and everything that I've wanted, and that will balance out. How can I be fruitful in the situation? Because the situation will bring this balance, but this is also about service. How are you servicing in this space? How are you um, how are you servicing others? How are you serving others with all of this abundance that you have and you've gained? How are you serving others in this process as well? Because and I think that's also part of this review process of this sacred cow. That, when we talk about putting our sacred cows up for review, we're talking about making a sacrifice. We're talking about getting rid of a long held belief in order to try something new. And so that comes back to this service of, what are you putting up for sacrifice when you pursue this new relationship or this new path? What are you putting up? What are you sacrificing? What are you giving up in order to move to abundance? Because while it's easy to make a decision about, oh yeah, I definitely want to do XYZ. I definitely want to, I definitely want to move to abundance. Easy decision. Boom. No, in this case, you are absolutely going very deep and looking at your level of abundance and how you can, there's something coming up for question. And it's requiring, a little more thought from you. It's requiring a little more effort and a real review of, is this right for me? Is this going to, and this is what tarot is about. It's about tarot. I see I see tarot a little bit as a little bit chaotic, but the chaos itself is about, because you never know what you're going to get, right? You never know what card combination you're going to get. You never know what answer you're going to get. You never know what spirit is going to say through the cards. um, but you have to open yourself up to it, right? Free will again. And as a reader, I'm saying I open myself up to it because I want, I'm basically, what I'm saying is that in the chaos of tarot, because I just believe, when, and I'm talking about the simplest idea of chaos, not the rah, everything's crazy. It's not the chaos, it's the unknown of tarot. It's the divination, through the cards. And I read a quote not long ago that said, the goddess, I think this was a Gloria Steinem quote, but the goddess is in the question, is in the questions. And that's what tarot does, is it brings up questions. It brings up questions for us. And therein lies the goddess, therein lies the divine feminine of, delving into meaning and spirit and, you know, working with the earth and nature around us to understand a little bit more about ourselves, things that we may, so we understand more about ourselves. And so it's very interesting that these two cards came out separately too, separately of these three cards, because to me this is an all-in-one process. And it looks as if someone is coming in with either a new offer of relationship, new idea, or new like romance, and something is coming out of that. And then all at once you're asking yourself, what am I sacrificing for this? What am I sacrificing for this? For this new relationship, for this new relationship coming into my life? And then how, the overall part of the reading is, how do I service in this relationship? Do I fulfill everything that I've wanted to fulfill? Okay, so let me see. I want to look at, I'm just going to pull, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to pull a Wild Unknown Archetype card and see what that kind of, maybe we can get some guidance on that, Spirit. Bring us some guidance on this reading through the archetype cards. Spirit of air, spirit of water, spirit of fire, spirit of earth, and the fifth element, the fifth spirit, fifth element, the fifth spirit that combines us all is in the nature of being, the nature of existing on this earth and in this universe. Can you please give me guidance for the collective to support this reading, or give some sort of guidance on how they can delve a little bit deeper? All right, thank you, Spirit. Ooh, wow, okay. All right, well, we got 2 cards out very quickly. 3 cards, oh my gosh, it's going to be a long reading. So we've got the Creator out first, we've got the Mountain, and the Poet. So let me go ahead and get the book and set these up, and I will read them. And it's probably going to be another maybe 15 minutes from the reading for this. So just want to give you a heads up for that. Okay. Okay. All right, I'll move that over so you can see, and move it back, and let me get the book. And it's interesting, if you've been watching my channel, I actually had the mountain come up in one of my shamanic readings, my own personal readings. I thought that was really interesting. So, okay. I like that the Creator came up, because I'm looking at the cups and I'm seeing creation here. Like there's an idea of creation or a spirit of creation coming in that could be acted upon. So let's go ahead and read the Creator. And these archetype cards are all about, based on Carl Jung's archetypes and the study of those archetypes. So it's just basically studying an idea of who we are in the cards, or even with the mountain, it's like a spiritual place, or the poet, the Creator and the poet are all are all kind of beings. Okay, the Creator, the artist, the alchemist, the innovator. The Creator, the first archetype in the trio of existence, is not intimidated by darkness or by lack. They know that from the void, creation inevitably emerges. With meager, minimal, and outlandish materials, the Creator reveals a new image. They make the empty room resonate with healing sounds. They generate bounty from the seed that others tossed away. Though generative, this archetype annihilates preconceived notions of what is possible, leaving unexpected openings in the wake of its destruction. The Creator does this by, first, being absolutely present to what is not, to what is. Let me reread that. The Creator does this by, first, being absolutely present to what is, not imagining or wishing things were different. And second, trusting that a force greater than themselves awaits constant collaboration with each human soul. Whether we call it nature, God, goddess, Shakti, or divinity, it remains nameless. It is the Creator's lifelong companion. Wow. And I think that that statement of annihilating preconceived notions is essentially what's showing up in that trio, in that 10 of swords. We are annihilating preconceived notions. Okay. when this when this when the creator is in light, it is curious, playful, open, and surprising. But when it is dark, it loses spark and feels burdened. In order to go deeper, study Vincent van Gogh's letter to his brother Theo. And I'll be sure to include links where I can in the description after this. To increase your creator energy, ward off jadedness at all costs. Recommit to childlike curiosity and nix the rules. Again, that's what's in this process. That we're pushing off preconceived notions about our abundance, and we're willing to put it on display. We're willing to be playful with it here. This is what I see here. The creator is naturally attractive and coveted as its energy zings with possibility. You can feel when a creator type enters the room. All eyes land on them. Nice. Okay, now let's look at the mountain. There we go. Okay, the mountain, the ascent, the peak, the insurmountable. The mountain stands eternally in our awareness, calling us toward its peak. It stirs up stoic and regal feelings, reminding us of the long line of spirits, sages, sadhus, and gods that made their humble thrones within its snowy peaks. Beware, though, as the mountain can affect us in two ways. It can inspire and enliven us to rise to new heights and peak experience. Yet it can also create isolation, competitiveness, and an inflated sense of self. Standing upon its heights can activate the purist and the perfectionist in us, creating separation from those we deem to be below. No matter how high you ascend, remember that it is within the core of the mountain that the gems, minerals, and jewels reside. If you think it's all about going up, you're following the fool's path and missing the miner's magic. So, really quickly, I just want to point out how much it resonated with me that in this reading, you know, when you're looking at all your abundance, you're trying to figure out, have I isolated myself in this abundance? Have I isolated myself at the peak? And instead, you are now questioning, how can I be of service? How can I come back down to earth and balance this out? Okay. So, when light, you are grounded in the eternal, steadfast, and uplifting. When dark, you are ominous, daunting, isolating, and frigid. To go deeper, read Mary Oliver's The Poet Dreams of the Mountain. Research mountains. Find one that strikes you and stare at it for a while. Where is it? The pilgrim may be awakening in you. The summit calls. Contemplate Joseph Campbell's suggestion, you are the central mountain, and the central mountain is everywhere. Wow, nice. Okay, finally, the poet. The poet. Okay. Excuse me, jeez. Okay, the poet, the artist. Oh, we have two kind of artists here in the creator and the poet. Wow. Or you could be creating something yourself. Great. Oh, yeah. You could be, maybe you're uncovering like some sort of new skill or talent that you want to try. Ooh, I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Ooh. Okay, sorry. Okay, the poet, the artist, the witness, the truth teller. The poet's work is to feel immensely and not be afraid. The poet's work is to feel immensely and not be afraid. And we've got this mountain here, so we're feeling immensely, right? Wow, big feeling. Okay. They must seek out truth in the darkest corners of the world and carry it back for all to see. This unique capacity resides within us all, regardless of our relationship to creativity. When the poet energy is present, there is a call for deep honesty and reflection, for seeing the big picture within the little one. The poet rides effortlessly between the personal and the universal. It's possible that others may not seem to listen or care about the poet's work, but do not be discouraged. The words of the poet ring true for centuries to come, soothing the wounds of despair and violence that captivate our world. The poet's work is never finished. Find your voice and trust that the wind will carry it. Wow. Wow. Nice. Okay. So, when light, you are clairvoyant, wise, and timeless. But when you are dark, you have harmful words, a sharp tongue, and thwarted creativity. To go deeper, spend 1 hour reading poetry, then one more after that. It's likely there is a poem or poet that was meaningful to you at a young age. Revisit and reread it now. Be open to its message. Yeah, that's awesome. Take time to, look at a new poem or look at an old poem that really like resonated with you and reread it and find that witness within you again, that artist within you, and see what stirred up, that the feelings that it stirred up. The poet is related to the shaman and the bridge. These archetypes hover in the meeting place between the everyday and the sacred. Nice. Yeah, wow. It's very interesting that it's related to the shaman. Um, and yeah, so this is your reading for the day, for this week. I hope it resonates with you and I hope it is very helpful. If you would like a reading or would like to try maybe some shamanic services, I offer that as well. Um, yes. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for taking the time out, and I hope you have a wonderful week. I'll see you next week. Actually, I may actually do a new moon reading as well. The new moon in Taurus is coming on April 22nd, so I may put up another reading then as well. Okay, thanks so much. Bye.